Welcome back. And to shed more light on this issue, I'm honored to be joined over the phone by Dr. Ayman Ghonem, economic expert. Dr. Ayman, good day.
Good day, madam.
Thank you so much for joining us on Nile TV International. And first, how has Egypt's exchange rate flexibility helped protect the country's foreign exchange reserves during recent regional tensions?
Well, actually, Egypt decided to free float its currency, and this decision was taken in Feb 2024, and it was a bold decision, and it was a correct decision taken by the central bank under the leadership of His Excellency the Governor Hassan Abdullah. We all know that in the economic theory, all commodities they have to be traded at the market clearing price, at the price which is determined by the supply and demand forces. And in doing so, we allow the commodity to be available in the market, in the official market. And that's exactly what happened when the Central Bank of Egypt decided to free float the Egyptian pound and to adopt a flexible exchange rate system where the exchange rate is determined by the supply and demand of the foreign currency. This led to an accumulation of the official reserves, as you rightly mentioned, and now we have an official reserve of around $53 billion. And this is the highest reserves in the history of Egypt. It covers around from 6 to 7 months of imports. Also, the net foreign assets in banks outside the Central Bank of Egypt increased. And I think in the month of March, the total foreign assets in the commercial banks outside Central Bank of Egypt amounted to around $39 billion, while the liabilities in foreign currency amounted to around $33 billion. So we have a net foreign assets in commercial banks outside Central Bank of around $6 billion. These figures, they increase the resilience, and they add to the resilience and to the strength of the Egyptian economy and to its ability to withstand shocks and withstand the present global energy crisis and economic crisis due to, of course, the conflict in the Middle East. And therefore, this increases the confidence of the international organizations, whether we're talking about multilateral banks like the World Bank or international financial institutions like the IMF or the credit rating agencies like Fitch Rating. And this was obvious in the statement issued by Fitch Rating confirming Egypt's sovereign credit rating at B with a stable outlook.
Well, sir, what does the Central Bank of Egypt's decision not to intervene in the currency market indicate about its monetary policy strategy?
Well, actually, this was a very wise decision because the Egyptian pound its value has to be determined according to the supply and demand. And we've witnessed in previous periods when the central bank used to intervene at the expense of the official reserves. It used to intervene to support the Egyptian pound. First of all, this didn't help either the exchange rate or the official reserves or the overall economy. Because when the central bank used to intervene in previous periods, what happened was that the official reserves used to deplete. And with such depletion, other investors, they rush and they try to convert and transfer their investments out of the country. And so this leads to more depletion. And at the end, we were forced to devalue our currency. So the present strategy is the correct one. The central bank allows the Egyptian pound to free float and to be priced according to the supply and demand. So even if we have some depreciation in the value of the pound, the high official reserves and the other macroeconomic indicators that are improving eventually contribute to the confidence in the Egyptian economy and to a flow back of the investment of the foreign investments, whether we are talking about foreign direct investments or portfolio investments. either in stock exchange or in sovereign securities like treasury bills or bonds. You have a flow back of such investments in foreign currency, of course, to the country, which contributes to sustaining the value of the Egyptian pound and to the official reserves. And that's why this decision, as I said, was very wise, and I can call it a scientific decision.
Well, indeed, sir, huge efforts are exerted by the state in the field of investment, and also there are many facilities given by the state to the investors. So how can Egypt continue attracting foreign investments amid the recent regional tensions?
Well, actually, here we're talking about foreign direct investments. We're not talking about portfolio investments, which are, of course, erratic and they get affected easily with the tensions. But talking about foreign direct investments, actually, it's a very big quest. And this quest pertains to a whole strategy adopted by the Egyptian state under the leadership of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. First of all, we have to understand that our long-term growth objective or goal is around 7% per annum. And this will allow us to double the size of our economy each decade. Actually, this 7% was the long-term growth goal since a very long time, since 1962, actually. In order to achieve such high growth rate, our investment rate has to be between 25 to 30% of the GDP. Of course, we cannot sustain such high level, we cannot achieve it with our modest savings rate, because we are in a medium to low income country, and that's why we have to resort to foreign investments. And therefore, the attraction and the sustainability of foreign investment is a matter of an extreme strategic importance for the Egyptian state. That's why, first of all, our investment law number 72 of 2017 allows the government to offer a lot of incentives to foreign investments, including, of course, allowing a tax shield of around 50% of the investment cost to the projects that are established in Zone A. And Zone A here means the zones that the economic and the geographical zones that have a strategic importance for Egypt, in addition to Suez Canal economic zone. And the Zone A is determined by a decree or a regulation issued by the Prime Minister.
Yes.
Also, the other zones which are included in Zone B, they have a tax shield of around 30% of the investment cost. Also,
Yes, Dr. Ayman Ghonem, economic expert, I would like to thank you so much, sir, for your insight. Thank you so much.